Hi Mana, thanks for tuning in. I'm just finishing setting stuff up, so stream is going like 5 minutes early, just so I make sure that folks have something to watch. That's my wife.
I am your whole music right now.
Hi Noelle, I'm just finishing getting stuff set up. Please enjoy our bug-powered hold music.
Stream starting soon.
Thank you for the sub, I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. It feels good to be back. Almost got everything set up. You'll have to let me know if anything's out of sync. I have a new computer set up as of like Christmas, so my avatar is on a separate computer now, so if it's out of sync, please do let me know. Oh, hi Volcantis, thank you for coming! Yeah, I have a little MacBook Air that I used to use. It's like 7 years old, but it's good enough to render my avatar. Oh, hi Meb, how are you? I hope you are well. I hope everybody is well today. Grinding. I mean, that's my plan. Grinding Pokemon. Are you grinding out 14? Oh, capping stuff for the week? Yeah, that's super important. Same with having bug-powered hold music. So good. We're gonna be starting in like 2 seconds. Alright, that's the last thing for my setup, I think. Cool. Alright. So, I can turn this off. And I can go like this. And like this. And then close that. Alright, so Pokemon Leaf Green. We are continuing our playthrough of Leaf Green. So, 5 hours in, and last time we finished Mount Moon. And, like we do every Pokemon stream, it's gonna be 2 hours, and then, yeah, we'll see as much progress as we can make in 2 hours. So, how it works is every time I catch a Pokemon, chat can make a suggestion for a name, and, usually I'll take the first name that's suggested. Now, we did the rival battle last time, and I got my ass handed to me. Like, my butt was kicked. Absolutely. Uncontested. Bye-bye. So, some grinding before trying that again is definitely in order. I'm gonna catch this Sandshrew, I think. Like, look how little health it has left. So get your naming suggestions ready, because this should be quick. Oh yes, it isn't catching so much as it is taming. Name it Tom.
Acquire Tom.
Acquire Tom. Tom burrows deep underground in arid locations from water. Tom only emerges to hunt for prey. Taming of the Shrew. Haha. The pun. Oh, I missed the pun the first time around. Nice. Taming of the Shrew. Shakespeare. Okay. How was everybody's holiday? Hopefully all of you stayed safe and could find some joy in the holidays, you know. Drank and gamed. Well, Meb, you know exactly what you wanted to do, and it sounds like you got it done. Our holidays were nice.
New Year's was absolutely nothing.
New Year's was, yeah, New Year's was nothing at all. It's just another day.
I did 12 prog on New Year's.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did 12 prog on New Year's. Oh. Oh, I want to give you a hug. Oh, I want to give you a big hug. Do you have your inhaler, hun?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. No.
It should be in the box. I gave you the box.
Oh, right.
Do you want an open one? You're welcome. Christmas Eve and New Year's Day, we stayed in bed for like 2 days and played Xenoblade. It was fun. Meb hopes you are okay. Spouse is okay. So looking at my Pokemons, I guess I want to try to get everything, well maybe not everything, but maybe like 320s, I don't know. What I currently have now was not enough last time. And our rival just like came in and was like, "What's up? Now you're dead." Maybe catch something other than Wiggles the Caterpie. You don't know how attached I am to Caterpie. Well, I was hoping to, you know, evolve Caterpie, and then Wiggles would be our Butterfree for all our status effects and stuff. But you are suggesting that Wiggles, given that Wiggles is level 5, Wiggles is subbed out for something and maybe also good for now? Well, let's go to our box and see what we have. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we will eventually evolve Wiggles and give Wiggles lots of attention.
It was me who said Wiggles.
Sorry, honey?
It was me who said Wiggles.
It was you that said Wiggles. Alright, so we're gonna deposit Wiggles. We're gonna deposit Good.
That's the Nido.
That is the Nido, yes.
The Nido is good.
The Nido is good. And then we are going to, well, what are your suggestions for replacements? Like, do we pull out Boop? Boop. Bug Snacks. Whoa. Oh, it shouldn't. Let me fix that. Hi, Snuts, how are you? Let me fix that. Can I edit that from here? Oh, do I have to restart to edit my game tag? No, I can do it on Twitch, I think. Let me fix that. I'm not sure why it didn't update. I mean, we could level up the Mankey. It would take some grinding, but we could do it. Oh, on my screen in my overlay. Oh yeah, I can fix that. That's fine, I can fix that. That's just me not updating things. Oh, talking about bug snacks. Oh, don't chew on your bug.
Bug is not food.
Bug is not food. Alrighty. Yeah, we can like level up Boop. And then okay, do we take Fluffy or Bug Snacks? Oh. Waiting for suggestions. Fluffy. Alright, Fluffy it is.
Fluffy or Floofy?
It's Fluffy.
Okay.
But if I get a Jigglypuff, I'll name it Floofy.
What if you get a Growlithe?
But that's also Fluffy and Floofy. Oh no! What do I do? They're so fluffy.
Especially when they become Arcanine.
I know! I love it!
Maximum fluff.
Yes.
Maximum floof.
Yes. Maximum floofage. So what games are folks playing? I mean, I'm on stream, I'm trying to change it up a bit. Still want to beat Dead Space, but needed a bit of a change. Did Doom for the first day of the year, doing Pokemon, and back to Dead Space this week, and 14. That's pretty much what I've been playing. What have you all been playing? American Truck Simulator. You were talking about that to me, that you were thinking of streaming it. So are you doing like you're like a big rig driver, like delivering stuff? Is that what it is? Like it gives you a destination and you start out and then you like, you know, do the whole cross America thingy. Is that what that is? Kind of like Euro Truck Simulator, but it's, I guess, American Truck Simulator. Genshin Impact and Fate Grand Order. You do like the gacha games. Well, if you do end up streaming your truck adventures, I will come watch. Oh, bye bee's knees. Well, that was a bad choice on my part. Yet another example of not knowing my type charts. Oh no, it's not fine. Yeah, grinding like this, not exactly the most entertaining thing in the world, so
So you keep the conversation yourself.
yep. So
Continue to talk.
you are playing Fate Grand Order in Genshin. You lag the gotcha. So I enjoy Genshin. I've fallen off of it a bit. I was playing a lot more like when it came out, but I've picked it up recently. Like I played it over the holidays a bit while we were grinding in Xenoblade. It's fun. I really do have to make some more story progress though, because like I'm only adventurer rank I think like 10, and so like it's just going slow for me. Here I was signing in every day, being like, it's the holidays, we'll get some free stuff. Yeah, no, didn't happen.
It's fake.
Yep, doesn't exist. Fake. No, I actually really like mobile games. They're nice, like to like just like relax. Like if I'm just like hanging out on the couch for hours, like yeah, I'll just like play games on my phone. It's like perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Speaking of perfect, one shot. Bye. Poor Sandshrew.
I hope that Tom is not too sad.
Oh no, it was Tom's friend.
I know.
Poor Tom's friend.
That was Tim.
Tim. That was Tim. I love you.
I love you.
Splat Tim, yeah. F. Can we get an F for Tim? If I'm not careful, Nugget is gonna also need an F. I love when you don't even move from the same tile and then you get a random encounter.
It's good emote.
It is good emote. I love my Twitch emotes. They're so adorable. Then again, I love Rekka in general, so I will put her cute... And Nilo. Oh, I love Nilo too. Nilo is so good.
We'll put her everywhere.
I will put Rekka and Nilo everywhere. Them, so good. Looks at the several framed pictures on our walls. Them.
It's hard to do that now.
Why? Oh, because one of them's behind my monitor.
Well, not just that.
I feel like it's almost time for another them.
The problem that I was saying was, where we went to go print them off, we can't anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. Where we printed them off, we can't anymore. That is gonna make it harder to. Yeah, that's true.
Just a little bit.
Our local like pharmacy / post office / mini grocery store slash photo lab doesn't exist anymore. They were open for a long time, and we passed them one week and they were open, and then like the next week they were just closed, and it's like, oh, okay, that sucks.
Just gone.
Yeah, poof, gone. Other things that I'm excited for, we have, it's 31 days until the Final Fantasy 14 announcement showcase thing. I don't.
31 days? They gave an actual date?
Yeah, it's the 5th.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the 5th of February is the announcement showcase, probably 6.0, and I am super, super excited. Looking forward to sharing that with friends and being like super, super hype and watching it with my spouse.
Chemist.
Who wants chemist? Chemist. Chemist. So yeah, for those watching the Play 14, what do you want in 6.0? What's
Chemist.
Chemist. Chemist. That's so silly.
Why is that silly?
Us chanting chemist.
You have not given me a reason why that's silly.
Oh, I'm glad to be excited. I'm excited too. I want chemist to be there. I want Nilla to be a chemist so that Rekka and Nilla can go to work together at the ironworks. It'd be adorable. You want 3 times as many glamour plates. Same. 45 glamour plates? Bring it on.
I don't need more glamour plates. I need the glamour log.
Yeah, I would love a full glamour
Get
rework.
rid of the glamour plate. Bring us glamour, or like give us 4 glamour plates. Give us glamour logs, so that we can unlock appearances permanently instead of having it just whatever's in our storage.
Agree. Oh, I can't do that from here.
Left click. No, that's right click. Bottom left.
Oh, thank you. Be gone. Yeah, no. And that would free up so much space. Not only the 400 slots that the glamour dresser currently takes up, but also, like, I have 3 retainers almost full of items that I'll eventually want to use for glamour that I cycle through, and, like, I'd love to just have, you know, you've picked up this piece of gear, here's a check mark, and you're good to go. Prediction. I don't think we're going to get a new mode of travel again, because we can already fly, we can swim.
Yeah, but you can't dig.
Yes, you can for maps. Dig, dig, dig. Okay, if they added...
You cannot tunnel.
Okay, if they added... How would that work, though?
Tunneling.
Tunneling, going.
Going.
Going, that's how it works. Going. You hate that WoW requires you to go to a certain place to glamour, a place that's unmarked. Oh, because you have to go to an NPC to do it. It's a big reason you gave up on WoW, was because stuff was unmarked. I recently went back to WoW, and I was really confused. Thankfully, friends and my spouse were helping me out, because I'm like, I don't know how to get from here to there, and I definitely don't know how this works and this works, and oh geez. In terms of like MMOs, I've been playing a lot of Phantasy Star Online 2, at least doing dailies and stuff in that game. And then when I'm feeling like not playing 14 or PSO2, I'll play a third MMO and do Skyrim DRM Edition in ESO.
Skyrim DRM Edition?
Yep. WoW feels like a game from 2004. And this isn't
That's
a compliment. That's the joke. Snoots, you've been playing Hades? How are you enjoying Hades? I've heard good things.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, nothing but good things. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Nothing but good things about that game.
Me. I don't like randomized elements. Me plays games with shit tons of randomized elements. That might have been too mumbly for chat.
I don't know if chat heard that. My spouse was like, I hate games with randomized...
No, I said I don't like...
Oh, I don't like games with randomized elements. Me plays games with randomized...
Plays nothing but games with randomized...
Oh, nothing but games with randomized elements. I'm still wondering regarding Genshin, like, when is it coming to Switch? I'd love to, like, be able to play it on my Switch with the bigger screen and, you know, buttons. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Snoots before. That was Noelle. On my screen, both your names are the same color, and I think I just messed up.
Noel's all of a sudden thinking you're being extra friendly.
Yeah. No, it's just because I glanced over and the names are the same color. I'm so sorry. Do you still have an inhaler? Okay.
It's okay, start calling Noelle Toots.
Toots.
You have Snuts and Toots.
Oh my god. Oh, what am I doing? Super effect. No, what am I doing? Oh.
Oh no, it's fine.
Cries forever.
Not good at paying attention to birds eat plants and bugs.
No, I'm not.
Birds eat
plants and bugs. That's a good way of remembering it too. Birds eat plants and bugs. Bug. And here I am just being like, no, it's fine. Everything is fine. I'm gonna save, and we're gonna try this rival fight again. And if I get my butt handed to me, well, we know I'm not ready yet. Okay, chat. Do you think I can do it? Can I do it? Spouse says no.
Depending on how many times you walk into a flying type.
Okay, so we've got one vote of no, depends on how many flying types.
No, it depends on how many you throw
Oh.
at a flying type.
Oh,
At
okay.
a singular flying type.
Oh, okay. At a singular flying type.
Because it's going to be a Pidgeotto, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be actually. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, first Pokemon is Oh No, It's Fine. You know, I just realized I forgot to check potions and whatnot. Bee's Knees will be slain. Wow. Wait, Bee's Knees is a bug. What am I doing? I did it again. I just did it again. Why? I just made the same mistake again. Well, it's almost half dead. Why are my two strongest Pokemon bug and grass? Oh, wow, I'm bad at this game.
Absolutely terrible.
I am horrible at this game.
You would think that after repeating birds eat plants and bugs, that sending out one that you've named Bee's Knees,
it would click in my mind. Oh, God. Well, I hope it's at least entertaining because, wow. Goodbye, Nugget. Yeah. Lucky. I know, right? That was luck. Yeah, I know. Getting KO'd to a faster quick attack just feels bad. It's like, oh, I guess you're a little faster than me. Well, I'm dead now.
it's the Dragon Ball Z. It's the Dragon Ball Z fight. They're moving so fast. You just have to let your eyes unfocus and look for the auras.
Oh my god. Just two Pokemon doing the, like, DBZ punch thing. Ha 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 ha.
Where they teleport, punch, teleport, punch, teleport, punch.
Oh my god, I love it. Yes. Oh no, it's fine, is level 21. About to use Charmander. Will I switch Pokemon? Yes. Will I switch to the bug, plant, or... Oh no.
Or nothing that's actually leveled.
Oh no!
Victory is mine.
No! I don't have a choice with this one. Well, let's try to put it to sleep. It missed. Fuck. Fuck. F. DPS queues have been fast for experts. I wish I could say I've noticed, but I keep doing all my experts on tank. But that's good. That's good to know that it's fast. Bye. Give me an F, please. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yes, yes you are.
I am terrible. I have a level 9 left, a level 7, a level 12, and a level 16 that will most assuredly die immediately. F. Oh, they've always been fast for you? Maybe it's because, like... So, like, during the day it's slow. Like, when I used to just play DPS, I can remember, like, you know, 20, 30-minute queue times. Doesn't seem like it's that way anymore.
You didn't need to crit it.
Note to self, meld crit to Pokemon.
No, as in Charmander hit you with an ember that crit.
Or like, oh, I didn't need to, yes.
It didn't need to crit. Stop, stop, he's already
He's already dead. Where would you put the materia in a Pokemon?
Up the bum.
Up the bum. Oh my god. I was gonna say feed them like candy, like up the bum.
Yes.
Okay, materia goes up the bum. Noelle has a very loud, I imagine loud, no. You will not. Up the bum. Welcome to my Pokemon stream, where I use the wrong type of Pokemon constantly and die to the same fight for 2 hours. That's gonna be... Yep, bye.
Wow! And it goes down in one hit!
Oh, this is painful.
Trainers down to their last Pokemon.
And that's also gonna be... Bye.
Just like that, a one-hit KO.
And my wife is the announcer from Pokemon Stadium. Sadness. I know, right?
Hey, babe.
Yes.
You lost.
Reload. Yes. I know I lost. Oh, because you said I was going to lose. Ah, you were right.
And what did it come down to? Well, it came down
to birds and bugs. Ah. Why am I terrible at this game?
And the rest of your team isn't ready for that.
No, it's not. So it actually is going to be grinding, so I hope I can be entertaining, because, yeah, it actually is going to be... I joked that it was going to be, you know, grinding Pokemon for 2 hours, but we actually do have to get some of these up. Okay, so let's start by leveling... Yeah, we'll keep leveling Fluffy, and then we'll go to Boop. You live, you learn. What level was...
You don't learn, though. That's the problem.
I know. Does tank movement on E9 and dies. Okay, Snoots, thank you so much. Thank you for rooting for Fluffy. Feel better soon. And thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, ground type might be good to
To level up for Charmander?
yeah.
Do you know why ground?
Because they are resistant against fire? Because fire
It's
is
because
weak to
grit-
them?
It's because what do you do to put out a fire? You smother it.
Oh,
Smother it with dirt and mud.
that makes sense. Well, if that's the case, then Geodude, rock guy.
Rock guy, good. Or Tom.
Or Tom. Yeah, Tom.
Both work.
Geodude would resist to both flying and fire. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever just played Pokemon and wanted to pet all your Pokemon?
Most of the time.
Most of the time, and then they put that feature in where you can actually pet the Pokemon. There's a good question. Chat. For those of you that have played multiple generations of Pokemon, what's your favorite, like, side feature? Like, you know, they always add, like, new stuff every generation, like...
And then they take it away.
And then they take it away in the next one. What's your favorite side feature in a Pokemon game? Black and White 2 Pokemon World Tournament. Okay, so I didn't play Black and White or Black and White 2. Can you explain what the World Tournament is? Otherwise, I'm going to imagine that they're all in a DBZ arena. And there's Cell, and there's this big arc where it should have ended, but it didn't. It's like a big tournament that has random opponents. Oh, that's cool. So is it, well, not an endless mode, but is it kind of like equivalent to like other RPGs where they have just like, you know, a RNG kind of like, you can just go here and battle a whole bunch. Pulls from a pool.
Is it procedurally generated?
Procedurally generated. It pulls from a pool of like every gym leader ever. Oh, that's neat.
Didn't they do that in Gen 7?
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't play that one. So was there a feature of like that in Gen 7? I loved it. Noel says I loved it because you could get like Brock with a real team. Oh, that's cool.
One of my favorite things about Pokemon The Origins was the idea that gym leaders have multiple sets based off of how they expect your progression to have gone, because not everybody starts in Pallet Town.
Oh yeah, because you see Brock like it's like a drawer and there's like 6 and he just picks 2. Yeah, I remember that.
For it being Red's first gym, here's 2.
Pokemon Origins was really good. So Brock had an Aerodactyl, an Amistar, etc. Huh.
Brock with an Aerodactyl sounds frightening.
That does sound scary.
I mean, Lance throwing an Aerodactyl at you is one thing, and now it's Brock. Help!
Help! Plus!
Help
Plus!
me,
Plus! Help! Help! So if the battle contest was Black and White 2's like additional feature, what was the original Black and White's feature? Because again, didn't play those games, so I'm actually curious. Black and White had the battle subway. Wait, so do you battle on a subway car?
You battle for a Subway sandwich?
You're just really hungry. I entered this tournament because I'm fucking starving. That's great. Ow, it hurts from laughing. And then Gen 6 was
Pokemon and me.
Pokemon and Me, trainer customization.
And the alternate movement.
Oh yes, and the alternate movement. Yeah. Oh, and the garden thing. I guess I didn't do that one. Where you get a random type and by having people on your friends list, you could get their type too. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. Each garden had 3 random Pokemon. I still love how ridiculous the like the mobile trades on the GTS and home are just so busted. People asking absolutely ridiculous things. I'll get that Mew someday.
I'm trading this Bidoof. I want a Mewtwo.
Bidoof. What's your favorite Pokemon spin-off game? There's another good question to ask. I really like Pokemon Snap. I'm excited that a remake is coming whenever it comes out. The Wii U would have been perfect for that.
The Wii U was designed. The Wii U always felt like it was designed for Snap.
Yeah. But you think Pokemon Tournament is also cool? Probably Snap. Pokemon Tournament. I can't place it. What is Pokemon Tournament? Oh, Pokken Tournament. Sorry, yes. The fighting game. The fighting game was neat. Noel, do you have a Wii U, don't you? Nice. And you've played Xenoblade Cross, right? Nope. Oh, you haven't? Have you played the first one? You have played none of them. Oh, would recommend.
Definitive Edition on the Switch.
Yeah, Definitive Edition on Switch was so good.
Especially Future Connected as a follow-up.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, it was. Feature Connector was really good. I'm glad we went through that game. Okay, so I need to grab a drink, so we are going to take a very, very quick ad break for like 60 seconds so that I can get something to drink. So I'll be right back. And back. So, yeah. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? I don't remember now. I take literally 1 minute. My brain's just like, nope, it's gone. Whatever you were gonna say literally 1 minute ago. Bye-bye. Oh, hi Puma, how are you? Thank you for coming to check out Pokemon. We are grinding because the rival fight is still kicking my butt. Stream's been going good, other than embarrassing myself by making the same mistakes over and over. It's been good. Oops. What is everyone looking forward to this week?
Killing E12.
Oh, I was talking about Xenoblade. Thank you for reminding me. My spouse is looking forward to killing E12. I am looking forward to teaching people Tiles in E9. Xenoblade. So, the good things about Xenoblade.
Story.
The story is absolutely amazing. The characterization and the interactions between the characters, I don't want to say absolutely amazing again because that's just using the same words,
But it is.
But it is. It's fantastic. It is absolutely...
For the first game.
For the first game. Noel says, okay, but is Xenoblade 2 about collecting big titty swords?
It is about collecting big titty
it is about collecting big titty swords. Puma says...
2 has gotcha systems.
Yeah, 2 has gotcha NPCs. Literal stones that you collect.
To turn into your big titty swords.
To turn into your big titty swords, and it's all randomized. Puma says, AGDQ is going on this week. Yeah, I'm excited for AGDQ too. We, as usual, are watching it on a bit of a delay.
The only thing that we caught really live was Mirror's Edge, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, the Mirror's Edge run was phenomenal. Like, just the techniques they were using. Well, we look slightly this way. I think that's how they were preserving the movement.
It was not glitchless, but it was inbounds.
Yes.
Which is a vastly different run from the usual any %.
And, like, just the flow of the movement and stuff was just fantastic. Noel says, oh nice, I've only ever seen Out of Bounds runs. Would recommend going back and watching that Mirror's Edge run if you have the time. I think it was only like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. You watched the Sonic Mania earlier and the runner was talking so fast. So you were saying they got
We watched that off of the SGDQ online event last year.
Oh yeah, we watched Mania last year, yeah. Speedrunning commentary while speedrunning Sonic. Yeah, we watched that run last year.
That was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one was super fun. Other runs that I'm excited to see as we watch them as they're completed. Pikmin 2 I think would be interesting. I've never watched a Pikmin game speedrun. So
your only exposure to Pikmin was us playing Pikmin 3.
That's correct. The only exposure, yeah, was playing, watching you play Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. You think there was a Hades run that you wanted to see? I'm not shocked that Hades was there this year. That makes sense. I'd have to like pull up the schedule now on my phone to really be like, I'm excited for this and this. Damn long-term memory not working. To be honest, I just don't have the patience to be able to learn speedrun a game. Doing the same thing hundreds or thousands of times. And learning the sequence and doing the same things flawlessly for like an extended period of time, I don't have it in me. I really admire speedrunners for what they're able to do because holy jeez.
What is that?
What is that?
Me to my time. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, same Puma. Like, there are games that I really enjoy, but I just can't imagine putting thousands of hours into a game that I love and like trying to pull it off just perfectly, one thing after another. I can't imagine it.
And then watching all the practice you put in go to waste because that's not the route used anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true too. All the practice you do go to waste because it changes. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that. You legit tried A Link to the Past before, and the run is not that hard. I was curious yesterday, so I went on to speedrun.com and filtered by like least played games, which were like games with 0 submitted things, and it's all like really obscure Xbox Live Arcade games and like games for the Amiga, and it's like, oh, that's great. The games that have the least amount of runners also tend to have the longest ones. That would make sense, because if there's nobody like running the game.
Well, not just that, but like, who wants to do games that have a 12-hour runtime?
Oh, true.
Who wants to do a 12-hour run?
True. So Noel says, I watched an Xbox run last night called Atagi Myth of the Demons. I remember that game. I only played a demo of it, but I remember that game. And like one person runs it, so the commentary was from someone who'd watched them play it 3 times, and he kept reading from notes, and it was really funny. You know, I'm like thinking back to like watching GDQs and like the people in the couch. You never see them have like notes, because they all like,
they generally pull from people who are already active in the community.
Yeah, they pull from, that's a good way to put it. They pull from people who are active in that community, so like they just know their shit. Depends on the run. Okay, yeah, 6 to 10 hour RPGs are gonna have notes. That makes sense. For RPGs, that makes sense. Like FF7 and Chrono Trigger, they have notes. Yeah, that makes sense. Those games are huge. But if you're running Mirror's Edge in 47 minutes or whatever,
generally, it's a run that you yourself have completed a couple 100 times, so you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I don't fault people at all for bringing notes or having notes for like huge 6 to 10 hour runs. Absolutely no way. I mean, I like I said, I couldn't do it even for something that was 10 minutes long. True. Puma says, because once you're up at the top, it has to be muscle memory. Yeah, go check what the finale is. I won't spoil it. Oh, honey, can you get my braces?
Yes.
Have they done a 1,000-year door run in recent memory? I think that's
Yes,
like...
they
Have they? Okay. Oh, what? Nugget is evolving. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Congratulations, your Nugget evolved into Pidgeotto. Yes, they are doing Pokemon Blue Catch 'em All, and Ocarina of Time all dungeons if the incentive is met. So usually it's like, oh, Ocarina of Time, Z. But I think
we don't give a fuck about the 80% run.
Yeah, the any percent run for that game, don't care. It's not interesting. Pokemon Blue, catch 'em all, I assume. How can you catch 'em all without trading?
The Mew glitch.
The Mew glitch, yeah. I was just gonna say, well, the Mew glitch, yeah. You can manipulate.
Considering that the catch 'em all category requires Mew.
Oh yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
You read out the category last night.
Oh yeah, I did.
151.
It's 151. Yeah, we read the rules last night. Yes, we did. It's the Mew glitch is how you do it. So you spawn specific encounters based on values in RAM something. I'm not gonna pretend to know the intricacies of it. Yeah, it's neat. That is one I'm looking forward to, and I think the all dungeon run of Ocarina of Time could be really interesting. I think the only runs for that I've watched are 80%, and so like seeing the different things they do in all the dungeons could be really cool.
I would probably have more fun on a randomizer fucking around than...
Like, you yourself playing it, or
Yes.
watching?
No, playing.
Playing?
A randomizer than learning to speedrun, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. But
But the people who do well on randomizers are already people who are intimately familiar with the game on a speedrunning level.
that's true.
Because you already know what you need to get through at a minimum.
That's true. I also know that, like, developing that muscle memory would be really hard for me because, like, even in games that I spend thousands of hours in, I still mess up my button presses and they don't change. No, I think, yeah, randomizers for a game I enjoy would be better. Like, I think, like, in the future, like, doing a Pokemon randomizer would be fun. That would be a fun exercise to do.
I mean, you could just do a Nuzlocke.
Oh, God. That Ravel fight would end my game. That is how that works, right? If you black out, game over, delete the save, start over. There's more to it than that, though, I think.
There is.
Oh, dear.
Ocarina randomizers, yeah.
Okay, now I want to look up what the rules are for Nuzlocke, because now my brain is curious.
You can only catch one Pokemon per route.
Oh, you know this. Okay.
It's the first Pokemon that you come across. You have to name each of them. If it ever faints, it counts as dead and
Oh
needs
my
to be
God.
and it needs to be released or just permanently stored in your PC.
Oh, no. Those runs must take, or not run, but like playing that must take forever. Oh my gosh. Oh, I would be so screwed.
Yeah, and if you white out, it is game.
Oh, damn.
What if Pokemon had permadeath?
Real monsters and improved AI. Oh, movesets. Sorry, excuse me. Real movesets and improved AI. Oh, that's cool. Permadeath in Pokemon. Oh, hi. I haven't seen you come to my Twitch before, Revi. How are you? Yeah, that would make it way harder. So is it basically like, you know how like the gyms have good AI versus like trainers? Is it basically giving the AI of like the trainers to, or the gym leaders to the trainers kind of deal, or is it like new AI that the community has written? It's way better than the gym AI. Oh, that's interesting. That sounds like it would be really hard.
you know they're still making Digimon pets?
Yeah, they're making a new Well, they still make them. That video was cool.
Yeah.
We watched a video on Twitter of like all the Digivices from '97. Was it, hon? '97
Yeah, I think so.
to current, and there's a new one coming out
This year?
This year in 2021, and it's like a
They're taking
wristwatch.
pre-orders.
Yeah. Still sad that the Digimon movies, the Tri movies, were such a disappointment.
The first 3 were everything I wanted.
Oh, the first 3 were fantastic.
Everything I wanted. 4 was kind of 5 was no, and 6 was absolutely not.
I don't want my Digimon to be Evangelion.
We already have Evangelion.
Yeah.
I don't need things mimicking Evangelion in an attempt to be... We're grown up now.
Yeah, we're grown up, so sad times. No, I watch Digimon for happy times. Happy and...
I mean, what happened in the real world with Mimi and friends.
Oh, was still sad.
In Adventure 1 was absolutely sad.
Yes.
Like, it can be sad, but it doesn't need despair.
Yeah, despair. It doesn't need to be despair time. Yeah, it's not that it's always happy, but like, yeah, it was just despair at the end of movie 5. It was just, it's like,
and then 6 is, oh well, you still don't get a happy ending. Bye.
and we're not going to explain a bunch of shit that doesn't make any sense.
We found out some further explanations of some things based off of the wiki after the fact.
Yeah.
We watched the movies when they came out.
Yeah, we were watching them like the day they came out.
Yeah.
On Crunchyroll, and then like
this week we finally found a couple questions of plot holes on the wiki.
Oh, this week?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is we're talking about Try. So these are the movies that started in 2015.
Not the 2020 movies.
Not the 2020 like remake. Honestly, when we found out that they were remaking it, it's like no. And now they're doing a third series where it continues from where Try left off, only now they're older again. Like, so they have 2 continuities going at once now. The remake isn't good. Your kids have been watching the Pokemon movies? Well,
Fuck yeah, Pokemon movies.
there's lots of those to choose from.
Those generally have one continuity.
And those, yeah. That reminds me, we never watched the Mewtwo Strikes Back remake.
Sure we did. It had Bill Nye as Super Mewtwo.
Oh, yes, we Detective Pikachu, yes. Oh, I love you so much. You're a shit. I love you so much. I'm surprised that they haven't, like, ported the Detective Pikachu games to the Switch. Maybe they're reliant on touch controls. I don't know. I haven't played them. But just kind of surprised that, like, with the Switch's success, we haven't seen them port some of the side games. Did they sell well? I'm not sure. I know the movie was really successful.
We had adorable Bulbas.
The movie did have adorable Bulbas. Hi, Happy.
I am thinking about adorable Bulbas.
You are thinking about adorable Bulbas. You are a big smiler. Yeah, the movie was good. It was really cute. There were many cute Pokemon cameos, I agree.
I think the cute bulbas were one of my favorite parts.
The cute bulbas were one of your favorite parts?
I think the cute bulbas were one of my favorite parts.
I'm glad.
Do you remember the cute bulbas?
I do.
I remember the cute bulbas. I'm pretty sure they were one of my favorite parts.
You're adorable. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be pulling up a YouTube link of the cute bulbas and showing them to you right now. In fact, I still might do that.
I have to go to the store.
You do have to go to the store. You do have to go to the store. I also love how, like, in the anime, the world of Pokemon has things that are just nonsensical, but it's still cute. Like, everything's powered by Pokemon, even in situations where it's like,
This doesn't make sense.
this doesn't make any sense. Of course, my brain is thinking about the time they had Rattatas on running wheels, but I think that was because the Pokemon Center had no power. Like, that specific moment was kind of like an emergency, I think. If I remember correctly, I haven't watched the Pokemon anime in about 2 decades, so... I'm trying to think of other ones, because there are ones where it just sticks out like that. It makes no goddamn sense. I really do need to finish. I've said this on stream before, but I really do need to finish Gen 8. Like, I really do need to commit myself and just be like, I'm finishing this. Because the DLC looks cool. And I honestly do want to catch, like...
Them all.
Them all. Yeah, I do. And I want to go through, especially, is it Ice Tundra that has the legendaries from all the other games? I think that's Ice Tundra, right? And so I actually do want to go through that. I just gotta, you know, make time. And while you've seen how slow I am at Pokemon games, now imagine you give me an open world area that you can just collect items and cook and do cooking and crafting. And I spent 45 hours on the first 4 badges. That's me. I mean, cooking and crafting are something that if you have crafting and cooking in your game, I'm just gonna get lost in it. I spent 5 hours on the tutorial, like, little island in Breath of the Wild. Because I couldn't help myself but, like, craft stuff and, oh yeah, that's a great way to, Your favorite thing ever in a game is, like, the portion sizes? Yeah! I think, because your Pokemon, when you get the Pokemon like Snom, they're huge plates. Yes, tiny Snom with giant plate of food. I love how happy your player trainer and the Pokemon are when you make the food. They're just so excited. I have so many snapshots on my Switch of just like happy. Snom is good. I'm going to hand you a Snom, and then hand you another Snom, and then continue to hand you Snoms. Well, Fluffy's getting up there. This grinding hasn't been for nothing. It's at level 14 now. Okay, this is totally dorky, but you know what I want to do for Jigglypuff Sprite? Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that. I have a ROM edit idea that I might do for this stream. I'm actually going to save that. Because I don't know if I can do it, but if I can, oh, it's going to be hilarious. I don't want to give it away. If someone can guess it in chat, what I want to do to Jigglypuff Sprite, then I'll be like, yeah, that's it. Given our discussions about like the anime and stuff, it probably isn't hard to guess, but I'm not gonna say up front what it is. Noel, have you ever finished a Pokedex, like 100%ed it? I know I haven't. I've come close-ish, I think. Only once, silver version. Oh, cool. That's really neat. I've played through the original, like, Gen 1, like, Game Boy games a whole bunch. Like, a couple of times. Especially when it was, like, one of the only games that I had for Game Boy was multiple copies of Pokemon. I've come close, but never the trade Pokemon. So that doesn't...
Everything in the original Silver except for the dogs, the legendary beasts.
Except for the legendary... Were you trading with yourself?
No. Had a cousin that had gold.
Oh, cool. That was always my problem, is the... I'd get everything in the, like, whatever base version I was playing, but I didn't have multiple Game Boys, so I couldn't trade with myself.
Whenever we were around, we would also mystery gift each other, and so finding out what would pop into our houses at that time.
Oh, cool. Oh, so how did Gen 2 mystery gift work?
IR.
Oh!
The IR on top of
the
Game Boy
IR
Color.
port. Oh, that's cool. That's neat.
Yep.
I
You need
didn't...
a Game Boy Color to do it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
The GBC.
Good
Not
old
to be confused with the Game Boy Classic.
Game Boy Classic.
Yeah, I was calling it the Game Boy Classic before they released the NES and SNES Classic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
because it was a way to differentiate between, like,
The Pocket versus the Color versus...
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, playing it on the Game Boy. Well, we have the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Micro, the Game Boy Color, so
Well, didn't
Game
you
Boy
know
Classic.
every handheld that you hold in your hands and play a game on is a Game Boy?
No, it's a Nintendo.
Oh, it's a Nintendo. That's right. Hi, Yammy. How are you? Yammy with the side eyes. All of them are Nintendo. Listen, they're all Nintendos, plural.
Sega does what Nintendo don't, like go out of business.
Let go out. Oh, poor Dreamcast. Yeah, Sega still exists. Yeah, they just don't make consoles. I still have a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom.
For the Dreamcast, that you were going to buy a Dreamcast from a friend.
Yeah, I was supposed to buy a Dreamcast from a friend, and the friend had like just...
They got mad at you.
They got mad at me. I was gonna buy this Dreamcast from them, and it took them forever and like to ship it, and then they were like, "No, it's not worth it." And
we're like, we'll pay you.
we will pay you for it.
We'll give you You are going to sell it to us, so we will give you that. We will cover the shipping costs. They're also hurting for money, so allow us to help you.
Yep. MVC for...
Considering that they were asking to borrow money all the time, too?
Yeah.
And it's like, sure. Here. You won't even have to pay it back. This is a thing that you already offered us.
Yeah. MVC on Dreamcast, yeah, it is worth quite a bit. I don't know. I was at PAX a couple years ago, and there was a retro games booth, and they were selling Dreamcast stuff like super cheap. Like, I think I paid like $20 US for my copy of MVC 2. Like, I saw that and immediately just bought it. As well as a controller and a VMU, but I have no console to play it on, and Dreamcast consoles are expensive now. I do keep my eyes out for it, because if I ever find one, then I am definitely going to play the shit out of MVC2. Probably also on stream. Like, I adore that game. But, finding them locally, like, I've only seen one or two. A couple of them, there was, like, a bunch of Dreamcast games actually listed locally a couple months back. And then it turns out, like, it was from, like, an estate auction or something. So, like, the ads weren't just, like, call and have someone drop it off. It was, like, go to this, like, auction for this dead person stuff. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. Actually, that was before the pandemic, so it would have been in 2019. So I guess it would have been a year and a while ago now. But yeah, no. It's like, oh hey, a Dreamcast. Oh, dead person's stuff auction. No, I'll pass.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Nope.
It wasn't that it belonged to someone who was dead. It was more like the fact like that it was an auction. Like, okay, I'm gonna go and try and get this thing, but now you gotta bid against other people. Not so much there was a dead person. And it's like, no.
In the words of famous Burton, dead people don't need their stuff.
Dead people don't need their stuff. Yeah. Yeah, no. It was the auction part where it's like, okay, well, I'm willing to pay X or Y for it. Well, that might not go as planned. And, like, except for MVC2 and, like, some of the light gun shooters, like, all of the good Dreamcast games got ported to the GameCube anyway. Like, really, the reason to have a Dreamcast console itself is, I don't know, kind of small. Outside of the couple games that never got ported, which MVC2 got ported once to the PlayStation 2 in a limited run that's, I think, more valuable than the Dreamcast version, even though it's worse, just because it was such a limited print run. That, light gun games, and, you know, like, import, like, Japanese-only games are the only reason, really, to have a physical Dreamcast. Everything else was, like, ported and enhanced, because when Sega shifted to third-party, they basically pumped out as many ports as they could in the first, like, 2 years. But it is something I still want, because I want to play MVC2. I enjoy fighting games. I'm not good at them, but I enjoy the heck out of them. And that would be really fun to play again. I mean, what other game can you play as Jill from the original Resident Evil and just throw zombies at people?
Including Nemesis.
Including Nemesis, yeah. I mean, in UMVC3 you can play as Nemesis, but it's not the same. Yeah, including Nemesis. Yeah, and Jill in MVC3 and UMVC is the Resident Evil 5 version of Jill, which made me really sad. That Resident Evil 5, well, we all know that that game has a bunch of problems. But yeah, it's the RE5 version of Jill. And then they added Wesker, and it's like, why? Or the fact that MVC3 has Bionic Commando, but it's the version of Bionic Commando from the like 2007 reimagining that was horrible. You can mail me a Zoner skin map, absolutely. You absolutely can. Also, I have 4 retainers, so if you want me to hold on to maps, I can. Yeah, no. Are you off to the store, love?
Yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
See you when you come home. Bye. Yami says to be safe. She's gone. Yeah, you can mail me maps. That's fine. I should maybe stream maps. That'd be kind of cool too. If anyone's watching and you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, there's this like, well, actually, I will quickly go 40 Wonders Tales achievement. Oh, congrats! I'm actually gonna pull up my browser quickly here on stream. So 14 has these like maps that you do. One sec. So the Pokemon stuff is going to be sidelined for a sec so I can show this because it doesn't really make sense otherwise. That's the one I want. As everything breaks, you're seeing behind the curtain, everything is broken. Everything is awesome, but also broken. Where's Pokemon? Let's hide that for a sec. Pokemon. Okay, so 14 has these maps that you do, and so what the maps are, as I'm typing in Pokemon maps, what they are treasure maps that you do, and you go in a group of 8 people. The emotional roller coaster that is maps. I'm gonna just turn off this person's audio because I just want the footage of like doing a map. So you go into a pre-instance dungeon. You get a map, and it gives you a location somewhere in the overworld. And what happens is you defeat a bunch of monsters, and then you open up these catacombs, and so you and your party. This person's playing machinist. Nice, good choice. I would also recommend. Oh my God, their hotbar, their Automata Queen is. They have 4 buttons for it. That's great. So they spawns a bunch of monsters, and once you kill them all, you get a treasure chest full of stuff. And sometimes there's like a gambling element, like here, where you and the party have to choose: do you, double or nothing, and then you play a higher than low game, or do you just take the spoils and go? And you go up to 5 floors, and it's fun times. So that's basically what maps are. It's a big like what do I want to call it? Like a game show almost. Also, my Pokemon has disappeared. There it is. Yeah, no, maps are fun, and my free company and we all do maps every couple weeks. This has been your Final Fantasy 14 sidetrack for the next 10 minutes. Really, what I want to happen in 14 is for a medium plot to open on our server. I have been trying to get a medium plot for like the last couple weeks. The ironic part is that when we weren't looking for a medium plot, I saw one, and I kind of just laughed in my head, like, "Oh, hey, it's a medium plot for 17 million." And at the time, I wasn't like really thinking about getting a medium plot. And then people in the FC donated millions of gills, so it's like, okay, we can afford one, and now I can never find one. So I saw one, unironically, a couple weeks back, maybe it was in like a month or so now, and laughed at it. And now when we want one, I can't find one for the life of me, which kind of sucks. You feel that, Yami? Yeah. I mean, we've got a small, which is fine, but we want more room just to like decorate our little cafe that we made when it was just Nil and I and like 2 or 3 other people. It was fine. It was small, but now the FC's, I think, got like 12 or 13 people, so we need more space. You were in a bigger one in Hyperion, and it was super cute. If you have pictures of the cute housing, I would love to see it. I adore housing in 14. So that's also what I've been doing is like just kind of like, I'm not like checking every, well, I am checking every day, but I'm not checking like you know, multiple times a day or something. But the auto demolition is coming up on like the 28th or something like that, and I think that day I'll be looking. You did a huge thread. I would love to see that. Yeah, when auto demo kicks back in, I'm gonna be looking harder because we want that medium, and people donated enough to cover it. So I just gotta find it. It took me 3 months to find our small, so I don't expect it to take. Or rather, I don't expect it will be easy to get. But it is something that we definitely know that we want to have. Other things I want to get in 14. God, now I'm going on a 14 tangent. You know, this has been your 14 tangent when I go on another 14 tangent. So I won the calf skin leather. I did maps with some friends, like on New Year's Eve because they were doing maps, and I won one. And it's like, do I make the shoes or do I make the hat, or do I hold on to it and then make the jacket? And it's like, well, I want all of them. Because despite not being about fashion, like not being able to be about fashion in the offline world, like you give me accessible fashion options in The Sims, in 14, in Pokemon. Like if there's player customization with fashion or housing, oh God forbid there's housing, yeah, no, I will fall down that rabbit hole for infinity. Which is funny because PSO2, okay, so now I'm going on a PSO tangent, but PSO2 in North America, they finally launched like Phantasy Star Online 2 last March. But the thing is that they're doing 6 years of content, or is it 8? No, it's 8 years. 8 years of content because it launched in 2012 in Japan, and they're doing 8 years of content in a year. They just finished releasing episode 6, so now we're at parity with Japan. But because they're releasing it so rapidly at such a rapid pace, they're also releasing the collaborations, which are gotcha scratch tickets, which I've bought into, I think, once just because I had some currency left over, because free-to-play games and currency. But long and short of it is, hey, you want some of the fashion? You want, do you enjoy like outfits and especially crossovers? Hey, here's a crossover with Guilty Gear. Here's a crossover that Sega crosses over with itself. Like, they've had some really cool ones. Trying to collect all that has been a bit of a chore. And so, but the thing about PSO is, when they brought it over here, that they didn't announce till after, is that basically they're doing what Square did with ARR, in that they're remaking it. It's called Phantasy Star New Genesis, and it's like a large open world take on PSO with simplified classes versus instanced areas where you load in between zones. And when they do that, thank you for pinging me on the Discord, by the way. When they do that, they're also updating all the character models, and this is where it gets kind of tricky, because all the fashion from all the collaborations or giveaways or battle pass or seasonal events, like, they have all these things, and I've been doing them. You have to decide, do you want the new character models and get the new cosmetics, but forego some of your, and an unspecified amount, some of your old cosmetics because they won't be compatible with the new player models, or do you stick with the old one? And it's like, well, damn it, I just spent an entire year, or plus, however long until they release it, collecting all this fashion and all this, like, accessories and stuff. Do I want to lose hundreds of items? And in my case, I'm just not gonna update, but, like, having to make that choice sucks. It sucks. There's no other way around that. It's just a bad I mean, I don't expect them to port hundreds of items over, like, to New Genesis, but releasing it at such a rapid pace and then being like, okay, now you have to decide. Do you take the new body and the new cosmetics and forego, a good chunk of what you've collected, or do you stick with what you've been collecting? So what I've been doing is I've been, like, playing PSO a lot more than I usually do. Like, usually I'll log into PSO kind of, like, in the evenings if I need something to do for, like, a couple hours. I've been doing, like, more so, like, doing the weekly quests and, like, checking off, like, a list of all the fashion that I want in the game that's, like, somewhat affordable before the economy in PSO2 just collapses because everyone's playing New Genesis. And it's like, okay, I might as well collect as many accessories and fashion items and stuff as I can now, because when they move to the new system, I know I'm not moving my character over. I've spent too much time grinding for this stuff, and I don't want that to be for nothing, which is, I think, why it feels so bad, because, like, oh yeah, I'm grinding for fashion and for items. That's not so bad, but I'm gonna go chuck it all in the garbage. And that's my PSO rant. PSO2 is fun. As long as... my caveat with PSO2 is that the gameplay loop is absolutely fun. However, if you have the type of personality that falls for gotcha in terms of, hey, there's this really cool thing, but the percentages on getting them are so low, like, literally some of the cool, like, emotes and fashion items that are on the 2-week scratch tickets, they're limited time. Oh, hi, Anna! Just tuned in. No, we're not talking about chucking Pokemon in the garbage. I was talking about how Phantasy Star Online 2, I've been playing it more than usual lately, because they're remaking PSO2 into, like, a new game called Phantasy Star New Genesis. But when the new game kind of comes out, kind of like a Realm Reborn did, they're also updating the player models, and so players are going to have to choose, do you keep the old player model, like the old skeleton of your character, and it'll work across both versions, PSO2 and PSO2 New Genesis, or do you update to this new player model? But if you update to the new player model, you lose some of your existing cosmetics. And so what the throw in the garbage was me saying that, like, hey, I've been, like, passively buying up outfits and fashion and accessories because I like dressing up my characters, and that's, like, if your game has that, I'll play it forever. That, to me, just even if it's a not all of them, even if it's like 25% of the stuff I've collected. I just don't think I can do it. I don't think I can just throw it away. Especially because I've got outfits that I think are adorable that are like crossovers with other games. I did not get the Noel dual guns from BlazBlue. They were too expensive, but like I have Alicia's outfit from Valkyria Chronicles. I have outfits from like Phantasy Star 1, and like I want to keep them, so I can see myself playing New Genesis. What I was explaining was that like I don't think I'll upgrade to the new body type, even if the new cosmetics are amazing, because it's going to mean throwing away old ones. And just playing New Genesis as if it's like a true like no cosmetics free-to-play game. Like there are some free-to-play games like Fortnite where like if you don't put money into the game, you're just not getting any cosmetics because they're locked behind a paywall. And like that's how I'll play that game, because I was trying to explain that like the game has been out in North America now for almost a year, and so I've spent a year, even if it's just casually, not like 14 where I play every day, collecting stuff. I don't want to throw that away. That feels really shitty. So that was what the throwing it in the trash comment was about. What I was saying after that, what I was going to say was, so the gameplay loop itself of PSO2 is really fast, and if you like action RPGs that really focus on using different types of attacks and like figuring out which types of attacks work best in certain situations, PSO2 is fantastic, and I would recommend it. The one caveat I was trying to say when I got into my long-winded thing about them tossing all the cosmetics away was that some of their cosmetics, like most items that you can get in the game, you can buy with in-game currency on a player market. However, the thing is that a lot of the costumes and accessories and emotes are locked behind $2 USD scratch tickets, but the percentiles on them are so fucking low. Like when you go to the scratch ticket thingy, you can actually like view a list of like, here's everything that this 2-week scratch ticket limited time thing has, and the percents and the items that people actually want. The percentiles are literally like 0.5, 0.6%, and it's like, you know, that's not something that I personally would throw money at, just like knowing the percent, like knowing it's that low. Even if it was 3%, I wouldn't, because, you know, 3 out of 100. But like if you have the type of personality where it's like, I like collecting things, but I also buy loot boxes, like I personally have fallen trapped to loot boxes. Hi, Overwatch. Then I wouldn't say don't play PSO2, because it's very easy to kind of get stuck in that kind of like, oh shit, maybe next time. And yeah, no. Preying on people who have, you know, addictive personalities or a disposition to flashy, gambly things, like that's absolutely a thing in PSO2, and I hate that fact. But it also is a free-to-play game that you can play like everything else for nothing, so I don't know. But if you like action RPGs, actually would recommend it, especially since the current version of PSO2, well, not technically going away, its player base is going to drop because everyone's going to move to the new one. Yeah, so that's my rambly thoughts on Phantasy Star. That like more people should play this game. It's not very popular, unfortunately. But also, if you get addicted to things, maybe steer clear of their cash shop. And obviously, the people who move over to the new system with the new body are going to spend a shit ton of money to get the new cosmetics that will also be, you know, 0.x%. Like, I mean, obviously, that's not going to change. I don't expect that to change. It's a fun game. I wouldn't play it as my main MMO just because, well, the new one, like when they release the new one, maybe the cadence for releases will be slower. But imagine if we got a 14 expansion every month. Imagine like that much content, new zones, new item cap, new level cap, new needing new gear. Imagine that on the scale of every 4 weeks. You're going to have to work and grind out to upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, that's my problem too. That's why I play PSO2 like super, super, super casually. and I'm now nowhere near level cap even because there's so many like live service games. Exactly. I'm playing, aside from streaming, which recently I haven't been, but I really do need to do more of. Aside from streaming 6 to 9 hours a week and writing, yeah, I'm playing PSO2 sometimes. I want to play Destiny 2, haven't had the time. I'm playing Tales of Krystoria and Genshin, and it's like, yeah, there's just too many games and not enough time. Yeah, you're right. That's what it comes down to. There's too many games and not enough time. I don't have enough time in my week, and I don't work, and I don't need to work because #meatlife to play them all. Like, I don't even sit. It used to be that, like, in 14, I would sit and idle. Like, you would find Rekka AFKing in Limsa, and I'd still be at my computer and just hanging out and chatting with people. I don't even do that anymore because I've been more actively just doing things. And I agree with you. I don't have enough time in my day to, like, play all these live service games, play the games that I'm engaged in. This isn't even talking about backlog or games that are coming out that I'm excited for, that I want to play. Like, we bought 14 remake. Oh my god. We bought 7 remake in November. Haven't opened it yet because we're doing Xenoblade, and then after Xenoblade, I think we're doing Final Fantasy X-2 or something. We have another game planned. Like, haven't got to that yet. That game came out last April. We bought it 3 months ago. Haven't had time to dig into the 40-hour RPG. Like, there's just so many games to play and not enough time. Not to mention fucking backlog. Like, my Steam backlog. Like, literally, there's over 1,000 games in there. I'll never play all those games. I could stop playing games right now. Like, just flat out stop buying games, and it'd have enough to probably last me a good 5 to 10 years. Like, there's just too many games. That's not to mention limited time quests and other shit in games too. Huh. Yeah, I wonder with tabletop games, because, well, I mean, I guess it depends how many campaigns you're in or something, right? Because, like, tabletop games are released at a slower cadence, aren't they? Oh, you mean, like, board games. I was thinking, like, Dungeons and Dragons. Like, at least that's, like, released, you know, or World of Darkness. Those are released, like, at a slower cadence. Like, what, major revisions every couple of years. But yeah, no, I could see board games being the same deal. Can't speak from personal experience because I myself have never been into, like, I'll play board games. I enjoy playing board games with people, but I've never been one of those people that stays on the cutting edge of, like, board games, you know, like, what's the newest thing? Is this the Pokeball challenge? Oh, hi. No, what the Pokemon streams that I'm doing are just kind of like casual, like, okay, we're gonna play Pokemon, like, we're gonna play Pokemon for a couple hours and, like, hang out and chill. It's not in the title of this stream, but, like, what the viewer incentive is, it's basically all the names of the Pokemon are suggested by chat. And so when I catch a new Pokemon, I'll stop playing for a couple seconds, like 30 seconds a minute, and be like, okay, somebody suggest a name, and then we go with the first suggestion made. What's happening right now is that I am dumb, and I have my major Pokemon are a bug type, a grass type, and there was another bug type in here previously. And so my oh, well, thank you for the raid. Holy crap, I've never had a raid before. Thank you so much. So what we're doing is we're leveling up some other Pokemon because my rival has, you know, Charmander and I keep picking the wrong Pokemon, and then all my high level Pokemon are weak to bird type, and I would just get my ass handed to me. So we're just like hanging out and grinding basically, which is unfortunate because like it's not the most entertaining thing, which is why like this stream has pretty much been me just rambling at chat about like Phantasy Star and 14 and whatever else comes up, because like in terms of gameplay, watching like grinding isn't exactly. Get Charmander for bugs. Yeah, don't use a bug type against Charmander. Oh no, poor bugs. Okay, Anna, you say tabletop RPGs are really numerous if you look at the indie stuff, but yes, either way, you have fewer pen and paper games than electronics. That and the pen and paper like scene is growing again, isn't it? Like as I said, I don't really follow pen and paper RPGs all that much. If there's a major like D&D release or World of Darkness release, I'll pay attention, but in the last like 5 years, I've tried to do some online campaigns and have not had a single campaign complete. So my knowledge of tabletop RPGs is very limited, and so is my exposure. That said, I can totally see, with indie systems, those being released at a quicker pace than stuff like Wizards and whatnot. In your opinion, since you are more knowledgeable on the subject than moi, is tabletop RPGs going through a bit of a resurgence in terms of like the number of systems, major updates, and things? Because like I remember when 5th edition came out, and I remember when not the last revision of World of Darkness, but the revision before that came out, that they were quite popular and talked about, and maybe it was just the friends I had at the time, but people were playing them and talking about them, so like those were big things. Is tabletop gaming now more popular than it was, say, a couple years ago? How are we doing for levels? 18, 21, 18, 7, 14. I'd like to see Fluffy at least 18 before I try the rival fight again. The 90s is still the golden age. Is that just nostalgia though, or is that like, okay, so again, I didn't start playing tabletop RPGs until I was introduced to D&D 3.5 in like 2003. So like 3.5 was already a couple of years old at that point. And I know that like lots of people have nostalgia for 3.5, which I think was released in 2000. So wasn't that system that was like the golden age either. That's after. So what about the 90s makes the 90s the golden age, as someone who just wasn't into tabletop role-playing at all at the time? I mean, we're talking about the 90s. It certainly wouldn't be because Todd McFarlane did some art. LOL. Oh my god, can you imagine if Todd McFarlane did art for a tabletop RPG? People were pumping out systems constantly. It's kind of sad. All the guys trying to dethrone D&D to go to tabletop, and each one failing. That makes me think of trading cards, which was something that I was into when I was younger. I remember everything in like the early 2000s had a card game. I spent a lot of my high school years hanging out in card shops. So seeing like at the time the newest, not even just like I played a lot of Magic, which you know has a regular cadence to it, but trading cards, oh my god, back then it almost felt like every 2 weeks, every month, new game. And yeah, Wizards of the Coast has monopolized it. I just remember like everything getting a trading card, and not even just like really established stuff at the time. Like, yeah, there was multiple DBZ trading card games, and the license like floated around a couple times, but like even stuff that was pretty niche would get trading cards. Like whatever the anime was for that year that that was gonna dethrone Pokemon would get a trading card game. Like there was a period where just everything had a trading card game. Also, I remember when TNG Next Generation had a trading card game. That was fun times. I actually enjoyed that game. I didn't find out till recently that there actually is still a community for the Star Wars trading card game from the 90s, which surprised me. Again, was more into trading cards, so I also played the Star Wars trading card game. And that game mostly pulled from like the original trilogy. I had lots of those, and so finding out recently that like these old card games that I used to play as a kid, people like there's actually a community playing it. Does anyone remember Yu-Gi-Oh? I think Yu-Gi-Oh is still going, isn't it? Like Yu-Gi-Oh is still a thing that at least sees game releases. It must see physical card releases still. Like I think there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game on Switch. Now I want to look this up, so the audio might cut out as I alt tab. But I think Yu-Gi-Oh still gets physical card releases. It certainly gets video games, so I don't see why not. List of Yu-Gi-Oh sets. Has it changed? List of Yu-Gi-Oh cards by set. Oh yeah, no, it still gets sets. Hell, it gets sets. Like looking at this list of sets, it gets a new set. Holy shit. I don't mean to swear so much on my stream. I do swear. I have a potty mouth. Let's see. Since November, Phantom Rage, Maximum Gold, Battle City Box, Genesis Impact, Legendary Duelists Season 2. That's like set releases in 2 months. Okay, so people still play Yu-Gi-Oh. My spouse showed me a video about how like busted like the first iteration of Yu-Gi-Oh was, and like the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh itself had a card game based on the manga only in Japan, I think. Maybe it was limited in America, but before the anime came out, and it flopped, and then they relaunched it. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming and listening to me ramble about dorky things for like 2 hours. I specialize in being a giant dork, so thank you. Yeah, that like Yu-Gi-Oh in its like first iteration was vastly different. It was a it was a tabletop RPG in the first iteration, and that iteration in itself didn't take off, and then they launched the card game Time to not duel, because I don't know how to play that game. And then that's where it became successful. But this video, if I'm remembering correctly, and I wish that I could remember like who made it, also kind of went into like how it was broken and how you could break it with certain combinations of cards, and like here's how it works, here's what you would do, and like explained all the mechanics. You know how cheap the AI strategy is. See, I like the idea of a card game that's a video game. I like when I say I like the idea of it, I like the idea of it because none of them have really caught on with me. I've tried a couple on my phones, even ones that are like, you buy the game for like $3 and all the cards are in the game. You'll never have DLC or grinding, you know, whatever. And it just never catches on with me. I don't know why. Maybe I prefer to have physical cards. That's a pretty bad excuse considering like everything is digital now, and having it as a video game actually lets you play with people, because playing in a physical space, that's not happening anytime soon. But digital TCGs just have not stuck with me, and I don't know why. Because like I prefer playing tabletop over the computer versus over an actual table. Like Roll20 is super cool, but trading cards, I don't know. Digital trading cards just haven't clicked with me. They even released a Dragon Ball TCG on Switch, and then like I think it was discounted to like $20 or something, like semi recently, and I was like, I like Dragon Ball. I mean, it should have stopped at Cell, but I like Dragon Ball. I'll play this game, and it just never did. And maybe it all just goes back to the I'm old, and you know there's so much to play, and I'm old in a pile of bones. From what you've seen, the big issues are: one, the computer needs to stick to rules, so you always get a prompt for the transition phase. And once you click through, which slows everything down too, the sorting and inventory systems are fucking garbage. And you need to know what cards you want in advance. And so, okay, yeah, I can see some of that, because we talked about Magic. I played Magic Arena for a couple months in the summer when, you know, stuck inside the house, nothing to do, the game's free to play, and lots of people are playing it. And they hand you decks like candy. Like, they hand you like 6, 7 full box decks and boosters regularly if you just do like 3 matches a day. So it was like, cool, alright, here's a way to play Magic the Gathering without paying any money and still get an influx of cards. And I still had that same problem that you're discussing. Not so much that the matches were slow. I mean, yes, it's slower than playing normally, at least for me, but readjusting to things after having not played MTG for like many years, I appreciated the slowness, like the prompting and the slowness to get back into the swing of things. The problem that I had with Magic Arena wasn't like the rules of Magic itself. It's just that even playing what they consider, I guess, standard, there were so many cards that do so many things. Trying to memorize, you know, like this combination of this, you know, these cards combined together in such a way that they can do X gimmick, and this is how you counter it, became a bit of a problem. And that just might be a me thing, but like trying to memorize all that was just an exercise in futility. I guess it pretty much came down to, Kit, is your deck good enough to beat them before they can get their gimmick out? Yes, you might win. No, bye-bye. And then there's the whole inventory sorting thing, which even in a game like Magic Arena was a bit of a hassle, because you have to go through each different set and each color and each different set, and like, I don't know, trying to flip through a binder and you know what you're looking for, like visually, you can just be like flip, 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 there it is, I want this card, yoink. But in that one, you gotta go through all the cards and read all the descriptions, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm just not as into it as I once was, that I was having these problems adjusting to it. I'm not sure, but it sounds like what you're talking about I can definitely relate to. Oh wow, we've went over time. Stream was supposed to be 2 hours, and I got rambling about card games and Yu-Gi-Oh! And a whole bunch of other stuff and didn't realize. All right, so after this battle, I'm gonna take a quick stretch break, and then we'll do the the post-stream dealio that we do on this stream, where we talk about what's coming up. Alright, so I am going to save right now. Bam. I'm going to stretch my legs and take a very quick 60-second ad break just to stretch my legs. And then we'll talk post-stream, post-gameplay for what's coming up this week on the channel. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so for those of you who stuck around, thank you so much for, sticking through the stretch break. So, just wrapping things up. So this week is hopefully a return to regular streaming now that the holidays are over. This stream today was catch because we missed last week for Pokemon. So Pokemon will actually happen twice this week. So coming up, where's my schedule? You might hear myself. Oh, my audio might leave there. So coming up, my schedule, come on, Twitch. Comes up on my phone easier than it does here. Alright, it's not pulling up for me. We have Dead Space. That will be on Thursday. And then we have Pokemon Leaf Green again. And hopefully it won't be 2 hours of grinding like it was today. On Saturday. So, same time, 6 o'clock. Thursday, Dead Space. We'll get a chapter done. Saturday, 6 o'clock. Pokemon. We'll get the rival fight dead. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Yami. Thank you, Noelle. Thank you, Snoots. Thank you, everyone who came out and watched today. It was really a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Stay safe, stay happy, and see you all on Thursday.
Wait, before...
Oh, no. Oh.
So, now that I'm back from the store, did you actually beat that rival?
No, I've been grinding levels.
Okay. Okay, figured I would check now that I'm back.
Welcome home.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. No, I did not. It'll be next time.